and we have a lot of members that sometimes they can't attend and they wanted to watch what we had in the meeting. Okay. Anyway, welcome to Fire Up Connect, and I'm glad that you guys are here. So we have a guest, and her name is Min Egidio. Is that right? Did I say that?
Egidio.
Huh?
Egidio. Yeah.
Egidio. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and she is from Kearney Mesa, down here. So she's local. All right, and Brian, are you ready for the meeting?
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know. There you are. Okay. So welcome. It's just the four of us right now. We're gonna go ahead and start the first part of our meetings, which is a Q&A. So let me go ahead and ask Min. Min, can you share us some information how you got started with your business?
Sure. Yeah. Just introduce myself. I'm based out of Kearney Mesa. I actually live in North County, Rancho Penasquitos, and I own an awards and trophy company. I've had it for 6 years. We work with schools, small school districts, youth organizations, marathon, triathlons, all that stuff. And then along with corporations with employees, usually tending to be about 100 to 150 and above. So that's what we do. And I purchased my business 6 years ago. I was actually in corporate accounting right out of school. I'm from LA, moved to San Diego, went to UCSD, graduated, and kind of funneled myself into corporate accounting. And then I got married, had a baby, and I was like, I'm not going back to work. And then it took me about a week to realize that I'm not meant to be a stay-at-home mom. So that kind of made me kind of force myself back into work for a little bit. And my husband at the time was really involved in youth sports, and the trophy vendor that he was using wanted to loosely retire. And that's kind of how life led me to dabble into this like entrepreneurial life. And I've since then had 2 businesses. The other one had 2 locations. It was a dessert shop, which I had two locations of. Recently sold that in August, and now I'm back to focusing on awards and trophies, and really wanting my vision to be greater than it was. And by next year, 2023, I hope to kind of break through the $1 million revenue mark with me and my team here of 5 total. So that's kind of what I do.
Wow. Congratulations. That is awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. And we also have Gabby that just joined us. Hi, Gabby. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Marie? Good to see you.
Yes, yes. Okay. Well, we have a guest, Min, and she just actually answered my question. She gave a good information, but you can watch it on the recording. Anyway, Min, this is your time to ask one of these people here. So you have to choose who and ask your question, and they'll answer.
I met Marie through a networking event that I went to this morning. And so I'm just really here to meet people. So I will choose you, Brian. What is it that you do, and how long have you been with this group, I guess?
I don't know how long I've been with the group. How long, Marie? A few months now?
Yeah, it's been few beautiful months.
Okay, so I've been around a few months. I'm still a newbie, not as new as you, but still a newbie.
Yeah.
I also own 2 companies. One, I have an investment advisory firm here in Washington State, and my other company deals with primarily charitable planning. We help nonprofits get more donations, help individuals who would like to do more but don't think they can. So there are ways that they can do that. One of the easiest is by educating people that the majority of wealth is kept in businesses and property, mostly real estate. About 98% of wealth is not in cash. It's in other vehicles, like the Fabergé eggs you have hidden in your pantry. So that kind of stuff. And all those things are accessible to charities if they know how to ask and they know how to receive it and know how to manage it. So I help them tap into the vast amount of wealth to increase the donations so they can do a better job of fulfilling their mission.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Brian. Who would you like to ask?
So since he's going to abandon us soon, Dr. Rob, what do you got going on?
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I'm actually putting out the new issue of my magazine this week. So it's wrapping up some articles and hopefully going to get this published like Tuesday or Wednesday. So Min, I know we're new friends. I have a business magazine called Shift Advanced Life Design. So every other month I put out an issue and we feature a lot of entrepreneurs and veterans.
Very cool.
All right, cool. Dr. Rob, you have Gabby.
All right. So Gabby, since we last spoke, what changes have you made and did you adjust the website?
Yes, so I am working on it right now. I actually got a photo shoot. I know you were not there last Tuesday, but I announced to everyone. So I mentioned to everyone that I got a photo shoot done. I am in the process of updating my website, which means changing all those things that we talked about, you and I, right? So everything, the video and whatnot. What else? And then once that is done, then I think I'm going to contact you for the stuff that you do best at, which is press releases. I'm excited. Always. Yeah. So I got this great client this week. I don't know, I'm so happy. I think so. We're working on getting employee retention credits for the client. It's a big client. She's got 150 employees. It's a freight forwarding company based out of Miami, Florida. So I'm excited, and it's a woman entrepreneur. I don't know. I just find it so easy to work with the women-owned businesses, and I guess just so excited because and then she was excited as well because she was like, okay, it's good to have a woman CPA. So yeah, I think the synergies are so different, when we talk. So I'm very happy, very excited. And yeah, everything. I mean, every week something changes, Dr. Rob. I'm just so glad that, we get together, we share our accomplishments, and we share this little space here. But anyways, that's me. Question for Min. Min, I don't know you. Welcome. So
you.
tell me about yourself. What do you do? And where are you based out of? And yeah.
So I had like 2 minutes before to introduce myself. I'm based out of San Diego. Kearny Mesa, I don't know, you guys, I didn't realize not everybody was here. So yeah, California, I'm a California girl. I'm from LA, live in San Diego currently, and my shop is in San Diego. I own an awards and trophy company. Okay. So we work with corporations with 100 and 150 plus employees to do like the regular monthly and annual and quarterly sales or recognition awards, along with youth sports and then school districts here in San Diego. So not to bore you with my business, I am a mom of two. I have two girls, 4 and 6 years old. They drive me crazy as much as keep me in line, keep me busy. Yeah, so that's what I do. I've had my business for 6 years now. Yeah.
Awesome. But that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, we're really trying to actively, intentionally grow and scale this business so that one day it could run really without me in place. I have a growing team of 5, and I am really proud of them every day. So that's what I do.
Great. Perfect. Love it. Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right. That's the first part of our meeting. And it's okay that I'm just going to go with the flow. And so the next part of our meeting is about a topic that I wanted to ask everyone. So let me ask you about what partnership is for you. Because I think partnership has different meanings for people, especially for me. A partner to me is not like, I have to have a partnership legally, but it's a partnership on different projects. So that's how I look at partnership. So I'm going to go ask Dr. Rob, what is partnership for you?
For me, a partnership is two people that understand their skills and their strengths and weaknesses. So whenever I do something like a co-project with you, Marie, or Brett, or whoever, it's important that you know every resource I have and skill set, and I know every resource you have. Like you got the radio station, you got the magazine coming out periodically, but it's also important to know who you serve. So for example, if a real estate agent hires me, the first person I'm going to turn to is you because you have so many great assets to help them. So in my opinion, a partnership is when people really take the time to get to know the other people's assets that they bring to the table.
Awesome. All right, let's move on to Brian.
So for me, partnership is kind of the grease that makes sure the wheel keeps spinning. Because I don't know everything. In fact, I don't want to know everything. It's enough work just trying to keep up with my own industry and all the changes and regulations and what new products and services come out all the time. What I do need to have is I need to have people I can call on when I have an issue, because I know that one, they're keeping up with their industry and they're the subject matter expert, and I know I can trust them to help me help my client, or I can help them help their client.
Okay.
So I don't want to spend 2 or 3 years learning everything you know about real estate. It's much easier to just call you when I have an issue and say, Marie, I have a client, they have this issue, can you help them? And know that if you can help them, you will. And if you can't personally help them, you'll direct me to someone who can.
Okay.
So that's how partnership works for me. We're all in this together and we're stronger together.
Awesome. All right. What about you, Gabby?
For me, partnership, like Dr. Rob said, is besides understanding each other's strengths and weaknesses and harnessing them, I think partnership also encompasses a lot of give and take. So there's a lot of sharing happening. There's a lot of support system that's being built here. So that's what partnership is for me. So I help you, you help me, that kind of stuff. Sometimes I help you more than you can help me. So that also happens. That is what partnership is for me.
Awesome. All right. Mian, this is your first time. So would you like to take a stab at it?
Yeah, well, just speaking from experience for partnerships, I am still 50-50 with my husband, being an owner with your husband as a partner in life and then in business is very difficult. It's a balance. So my definition of partnership would be balance, maybe staying in your own lane a little bit. It didn't work out for us. So he's gone. He's still my husband at home, but I mainly operate the business, and he works somewhere else at a school full time. So I think balance, and then that's in terms of like the operational side of partnership. And when I think about partnerships and like relationships internally with my team, I think about maybe making it easier for the other person, kind of like contributing as a team and making sure that the job gets done, but also holding your end of the bargain in order to have a successful partnership. That's kind of what I would say.
I see. There was a comment here from Gabby. She said she was worried. Oh, you're on a mute, Gabby.
No, it wasn't me. It's Dr. Rob.
Oh,
He's
Dr.
saying
Rob.
something.
What were you worried about, Dr. Rob?
Oh, she was talking about her husband. She said, "Oh yeah, he's not around. He's gone." It sounded
Oh,
like
no.
or something.
It was a mutual agreement. I did kind of funnel him out, but it's tricky. I don't know if you guys ever worked with your spouse before.
Well, you were smart to make some changes. I wasn't smart about it, so it wasn't really good for me, and so that's why we're no longer together. So,
well, yeah,
it was really, it ended bad for me. But that's okay. That's what life is. You just move on and learn from it, and just now I'm very particular about partnership because I had such a hardship partnership with my ex-husband. So now I own everything and I partner based on the projects that I have, so it's just project partnership for me, which is, I love, like I partner with Dr. Rob with several projects, and I like the fact that, we have our own, territory, but we still work well. Right, Dr. Rob? Okay. All right. So that is our second part. If you can just take 30 seconds to put your comments about what you heard from everybody, I think that'd be great. Get feedback. And then at the same time, if you want to put in your information so everybody can also connect with you after, because I know Dr. Rob is leaving, so I'm trying to get information for him too. And while you guys are doing that, just know that each of these people in this group have tons of connections. So it is really about the relationship here, trying to get to know people, and is it good to for us to work together? Is it comfortable? So you know how partnership is, right? You got you got to figure out who's the right people for you. So
You all are.
yes, thank you, Brian. I'm glad that you say that because we feel very, very comfortable working with you, Brian.
Well,
Okay.
but you all have your own gifts and talents and your own focus. And maybe I'll meet someone tomorrow who um needs trophies and lives in San Diego.
Yeah, I like to put events.
Maybe I talk to people all the time who need a good tax planner. So there's plenty of opportunity for Gabby and I to work together because we work kind of with the same type of clientele. We do different things for them, but there's plenty of synergy there. And Dr. Rob being the marketer extraordinaire, there's always an opportunity to present someone to him.
Yeah,
So I can partner with anybody on this chat.
exactly. All right. Okay, so are we done with the comments? Let me just make sure we're good to go for the next part. Okay, looks like everybody has put in their information.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Gabby.
Okay. So Brian, I was there for the seminar on Saturday, by the way. Was it Saturday? Oh no, Thursday, I think. The one on REITs. So just to let you know that I was there. I heard you guys. And yeah, that's it.
Thanks for that. I did see the list of participants and you were there for the whole time. So thanks for that. You can tell me later what you thought about it. Thought it was pretty informative.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
awesome. All right. Testimonials. We need testimonials. You guys have been able to support each other, provide some testimonials for each other. You can post that in our website too. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right.
Marie has put up with me for months now, so that's my testimony.
Okay. So next part, business share. This is the time you can share your story, challenges, and goals. Who's the first one? Min, you want to be the first one?
Sure. So
Okay.
business shares, business win. I would say I'm finally able to, I've been looking for a strategy for outbound sales for the longest time. Like I said, life just kind of happened and I fell into buying this business. And then I got a little taste of entrepreneurship, which I fell in love with and I'm very passionate about. Honestly, I think that, I opened a dessert shop a couple years ago, 3 years ago, and I sold it. I think that it doesn't really matter what I'm selling or what service I'm providing. I'm just passionate about more like the people side of it, growing a team, setting up processes, making sure that the team is operating the processes versus we're just relying on me just in case I get hit by a bus tomorrow or something. So business wins. I finally have one person in each department, I guess, in terms of trophy operations and assembly line and sales, CSR, all that stuff. And now I'm actively able to go out and network and spend time on meetings like this, meeting new people, business owners, and share struggles and stuff like that. So that would be a business share and win for me because it took me a long time to intentionally invest in people and remove myself from the actual day-to-day operations part of it. So that's all new, and I've been very intentional about that. What was the second thing? Business share, business win. Goals,
Yeah.
goals,
Goals or challenges.
Yeah, so I'm just open book. When I bought the business, I bought it 6 years ago for $175,000 in revenue. That's what they were showing in the books. And for the first 4 years, I ran the business like a job. I worked it. I did everything myself. I ran the machines. I built the trophies. I took the phone call, created the invoice, ran to the back, ran the machines, and then helped them pick up. That's what I did, the whole thing. And when COVID hit, everything stopped and I had to go back to work. I had one full-time person here at that time, and it was either I fire that person and, keep my income, or I go back to work, keep that guy employed. When things come back, I can come back. So I went back to work. So I was juggling one full-time job, 2 ice cream shops, and then a trophy shop, the 4 things. And then I just told myself, like, when I come back to this seat, I'm going to get rid of everything else, and I'm going to dedicate 5 years of my life to this and really try to grow something big. So at that time, I set a goal to take my business. At that time, I was doing $300,000 in revenue, I guess, to scale to $1 million with all these processes, all these people in the right seats. And I've met some really cool people and entrepreneurs along the way. And so that's a big goal for me. By end of 2023, I will hit $1 million in revenue for the trophy shop that I run, with about 6 employees, and looking to scale to a bigger place.
That is
what-
awesome.
Location. Yeah.
All right. Thank you,
So,
Min.
That's a small goal that I have in place.
Okay. That's a small goal. All right. Let's
Yeah.
move on to Dr. Rob because he only has like 7 minutes here. Go ahead, Dr. Rob.
Yeah, I partnered up with somebody who was a Cuban refugee who became a veteran and started an umbrella company and TV show. She's kind of like you, Marie, just really ambitious. Wrote a big article about her in medium.com, and then we're just pushing that out. It was just a really nice way to tell her story to the world. She's a tremendously talented woman, and I'm just happy that I could do this. The business articles, I've talked about them in meetings the last few weeks, but it's a really nice way to get your message out, whatever it is that you're doing.
Cool. All right. Okay. Brian.
So I had a phone call yesterday that it is after hours. I almost didn't take the call. And it was someone that I had worked with 4 years ago when I was working with Wells Fargo. And they had taken over a credit union. And the call was, we just fired our 2 financial advisors, and we need someone to take over that business for us. And I know that you started your own firm, so would you like to be our person? And I said, well, thanks for asking. We'd have to talk and get some details, but it's a $150 million book of business. So it's a substantial amount of assets and customers to manage. I'd have to put a whole new team together just to do that. I'm still not sure I'm going to take it because there are some questions that need to be answered and some deal breakers for me. However, the fact that she came looking for me, she asked some people that we had worked with before if they knew where I was. So the fact that she came to find me was very gratifying.
Yeah, that is an incredible opportunity, Brian.
So even if I decide not to go down that road, I still consider that a pretty big win.
Yeah, I would too. That's a pretty good offer. Okay, well, we'll find out if you're gonna take it or not later, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Gabby.
Sorry, what's the question?
It's your business share. What's your business share?
Oh, I think I mentioned at the start of the conversation, I think I got a great client, a big client this week, just yesterday. So that's a big win for this week, I would say. And for the previous week, I think I did the photo shoot for the first time. Well, not the first time in my life, actually for the 3rd time in my life, but this was slightly different. So I think that was a big.
Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the photo shoot?
I did. But I think I kind of fizzled out towards the end because there were so many dress changes. I kind of.
It's like a celebrity. That's how it works.
I was like, that's it, I'm done. I need to go home. That's it, I'm done.
Well, how many changes did you do?
I think 6 or 7.
That's a lot. Normally, you probably need like three or 4. That's it.
Yeah.
4 is
yeah.
too much already, but
Yeah.
6 or 7 is a lot.
Yeah, so towards the end, like the end pictures, I'm literally, my eyes are shut and I'm like tired. And the photographer is like, you need to go home. I said, send me home. I need to go home.
Well, I can't wait to see the pictures, Gabby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have so much fun with your photos for sure. Okay. All right, so let's get some feedback here. Dr. Rob is leaving in a couple of minutes. Dr. Rob, what's your feedback? Any ideas, any comments?
Just happy to see everybody winning, and man, wow, what crazy results. That's wild. It's congratulations on your success and building up your processes. I didn't think trophy stores were doing that well, but I'm just ignorant of the industry.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what? It takes a village, right? I'm just here telling you about it. It took a lot of hands. I have a great team, and like my husband, no longer with us, but he's my rock. And so it just works out better that way. Yeah. So
Yeah.
How do you
And-
get your clients? Like, where do you get your clients from?
what was that?
Where do you get your clients from? How do you find your clients?
So when we bought the business, I mean, it was a safe bet. It was new territory, but my husband's really ingrained in youth sports. So it was like a lot of low hanging fruit just to start with. So we got a lot of that. And then, you know, we're in an industry where as the leagues and the schools and the sports grow, you know, if last year they had 100 participants and this year they have 150, the order just gets larger and larger and larger, right? So there's a lot of organic growth there. And I just redid our website, and I'm being really intentional about SEO and marketing dollars there. Being really live on LinkedIn and getting those connections with like corporate clients, hotels, marathon. We have this really massive like flag football league with Under Armour as one of our clients, and they do nationwide, you know, league. So we fulfill from here and we ship all throughout the nation. That one's a good one. And then we work with a lot of startup tech companies. You know, with COVID, it's actually like a pretty dying industry, right? People, they're like, that's junk. I don't want that. But we really have seen a boom with, you know, corporate culture has been a very big thing recently going on, you know, like because they're all remote and no office spaces, they want to like touch base, make sure that the employees feel welcomed, and starter packets, starting like, not membership, like new employee packets, hire packets, those are big. Yeah, so I've just kind of been very fortunate, but
So-
more than fortunate, like really intentional in the energy and the dollars that I'm spending, the relationships I'm making an effort to build.
So when you bought the business, did they have clients of their own? Did you like?
Yeah, so I bought their clientele. So the industry is very old. I don't know if you've ever met anybody else, but like if you read bios, it's like, I've been this family-owned business for like 60 years. Like it's really dingy and old and like outdated. So with me coming in, there will be turnover, right? Because someday they'll retire, someday they'll sell, or if they have like next of kin, they'll sell. So like one of my, you know, pipelines are acquisition. Like I understand for me to get to that $1 million mark, I'm gonna have to acquire these shops, and whether I bridge a gap from like their age now until retirement, whatever it is, or they just go under, like that's what's gonna happen. So I've reached out and made some connections there, kind of planted the seed. You know, after recession is arguably here or coming, and after that, we'll see who stays afloat, right? COVID really it put a dent in this industry itself, and you can tell because there were like large shows happening in Vegas and like those conventions, and those got wiped out too. So it just trickles down, you know, from the top down.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we bought their business, and then we were able to grow it actively, pick up some stronger clients that way. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah,
Awesome.
sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you based out of, Gabby? Are you in San Diego or no?
No, I'm in Dallas. I just moved to Dallas
Oh.
from North Carolina. Yeah, I was in Cary for 17 years. Actually, I still think that I live in Cary. I don't know why. For some reason, my heart still lives in Cary. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a CPA, so I do a lot
Yeah.
of tax planning. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, so I have another CPA colleague and I have an accountant. So with three of us, but scaling has been a challenge.
Mhm.
So, you know, we moved up really fast. And then I don't know if you know this, but tax tax services or accountant services is one of the most recession-proof businesses.
Right.
I mean, you will need a doctor or a lawyer or an
Yeah.
accountant. It doesn't matter if recession or no recession. So my business, I started like 3 years ago, actually 2.5 years ago. So it's a fairly new business.
Mhm.
I quit my job. I think that was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. And then I don't have any husband in my business because he does his own thing and I do my own thing. I think that's the best way to live a life. And
Yeah.
and so I'm a very independent person. I don't know where he is. I don't know, whatever. But okay. So yeah, I mean, we have one grown-up son and he's in college. He goes to NC State for engineering.
Mhm.
And so I'm a free bird, basically. You can just assume I'm a free person. And
Mhm.
you can text me and just talk to me anytime. But
Yeah.
anyways, that's between the four of us. But anyways, but yeah, so scaling has been a challenge. And when I think I'm en route to $1 million, suddenly something happens and it just stops. I'm like, darn. And then what did I do wrong? So
Yeah.
yes, I use a lot of SEO work. I have VAs. I have Google Ads running. I'm thinking of doing a press release with Dr. Rob pretty soon.
Mhm.
So, just exploring all marketing opportunities and just networking and talking to people. I talk to a lot of people. I talk to 5 or 6 new people every day. Like, come thunder, come storm, I talk to at least 6 people. I just got off a half a dozen calls. And then out of those 6 people, at least 1 or 2 become my clients. If
Yeah.
not today, maybe in the next few days or weeks or months.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm building. It's very organic. And yes, no, definitely. think I have Google Ads. So it's not very organic. It's not 100% organic. But
Yeah.
so yes, so I've tried Facebook ads. I've tried so many things. I partner with so many people. I partner with investors, always with syndicators and people who are looking for clients. So yeah, that's what I do day in and out as an well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me just get this clear in my head. Okay. Yeah, so I have around 22 years of experience as an accountant. I'm an MBA from England, and I also have my enrolled agent license too. So, and now I just study taxation in and day out.
Mhm.
There's so many different ways people can actually save money in taxes, not just small business owners, but also real estate investors, wholesalers, flippers, syndicators, private landlords, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I actually encourage a lot of small business owners to invest into real estate so that they're able to convert all that active income that you have, $1 million worth of active income to passive income. Because
Mhm.
active income gets taxed much higher than passive income. Passive income gets capped at 20%. The IRS cannot tax you more than that. I can go on and on, but anyways, I don't want to bore you, but this is what I do day in and day out. So I love marketing. I love sales. I love talking to people. I love being here. I found Marie on LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. I love social media. I love everything. So I just love life. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm
Okay.
beginning to learn more and more that's like the thing that I enjoy the most, meeting people, I guess. I'm not active like, hi, do you need some trophies? Buy from me. It's not that I enjoy when I go out networking. It's just meeting people and their story. It's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I support women in business like all the
Yeah.
time. All the time. Like,
Yeah.
anytime it comes to referrals or anything, I don't get anything out of it, but I just like,
Yeah.
yeah, oh, I know someone, who manufactures trophies. Would you be interested? Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. So that kind of stuff.
Very
Okay.
cool.
So let's see. Any comments, Brian? You have to unmute. There you go.
No, I'm just more amazed with Gabby.
Yeah.
Are you in San
more
Diego? Where are you,
information came
Brian?
up.
Where are
Yeah,
you? Okay.
I'm up in the Seattle area.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See it. Yeah. Duh. Seattle.
Yeah,
Got it.
we learn every day on everybody's life and business, every time we meet here. Um, so the Fire Up Connect is really a good format. I mean, Brian and Gabby and Dr. Rob are official members. And Min, if you wanted to build your relationship and your client base, this is a good one of the best way I can say, because I've been in the business since 2008. I've had my own real estate brokerage, and I had tons of connections. I've done tons of events, and I've done a lot of awards. So I would love for you to be a part of it, because we can really brainstorm on every events that I'm working on right now. And especially if you're here in town, that would be perfect to have someone that's close to me, and we could, because I'm here in San Diego downtown right now. But yeah, that's something that we can see in the future as part of opportunities. Gavi is very well connected. Brian also is very well connected. So they have their own circle of, people that they can tap into for so many different things. Again, it is about the relationship. We don't push referrals here. We need to feel comfortable about getting to know people and how everybody's business being run, because, it's also our reputation that once we refer you, we need to feel like, our name is going to be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want to, get backfired on me and say, hey, you referred this person. What did you do? You know,
Yeah.
so we got to be careful about that. So that's why this meetings here is part of why we vet people. We learn from each other. We share more information about each other. And that's how it works. Now, do you have any questions at all for what we're doing here? I forgot to mention that I produce radio shows, I produce magazine, TV shows, and I have also been involved with real estate land development projects. I connect investors to those projects. Gabby and I have worked on this together. So there's a few things that I do in the community. I put together live events, fashion shows. Those are the things that I love doing. And I publish books too. So we're working on a book for Fire Up Connect. Gabby, are you on track with your words? Because Brian already gave me his 3,000 words.
Shoot me, kill me. I'm so sorry. I know I am your culprit.
That's
Okay.
okay. That's okay. You're the expert. You're the expertise section, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. I was actually working on my 6,000 words this morning. So that would take a little while, but that's what I'm doing this morning. And of course, our live event is coming up. We have radio talk shows. So those are the things I do. So Min, any questions?
No. I don't
Okay.
think so.
All right. So Brian, Gabby, any announcement? Are you guys good?
So I don't have an announcement, but I will share something with Min. So I like this group. I like the people I've met in this group, with the exception of one person, and I've met quite a few people. And the reason so I've been doing networking for years. I've probably been networking longer than you've been around, because I'm like 102 years old, so been at it for a long time. And as you network, you run across people, and all they care about is getting you to participate in whatever deal they're trying to push. You find those people everywhere, unfortunately. So the people in this group, they take the time to actually learn about you. So it's not all about them. They want to know about you, so they know how they can help you get better. Because, as I said before, we're all stronger together if we are working together and not competing against each other. I can help Marie's client. She can help mine. I can help Gabby's client. She can help mine. So it would be stupid of me to not want to work together with her. And everybody else I've met, with the exception of that one person, who only cared to tell me everything that they were doing. So I appreciate this group so much that I've agreed to host my own meeting on Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. Pacific time, because I really believe in what we do here, and the people I've met are working hard to be helpful to each other and not just for themselves.
Yes.
I guess I do have a question. Is it hard? I mean, when I just joined like an hour ago, I met Maria an hour ago and I'm here now. So is it difficult? Do you find it difficult to, refer clients or promote your own, whatever you got going on because you guys we're not in the same region, like same area? I know Marie and I are, but like, from Seattle to Texas to different areas. Is that?
So
Actually,
for
no.
for me, no. I mean, I partnered up. So one of the reasons I met Marie is because I went on this big campaign on LinkedIn to go out and meet new people, specific types of people, because I had this epiphany that I'm a pretty decent storyteller and I have a compelling story to tell. Problem was this story was really only impactful for a small subset of the population, and I didn't know very many of those people. So how do I get in front of them if they don't know how I exist? So I can't get in front of them, but I could get in front of their CPA. I can get in front of their estate planning attorney. I can get in front of their wealth advisor. I can get in front of their real estate attorney. And if I could connect with them and talk to them about some of these nuanced strategies, and they some people got it right away and some did not, right? And then we talk specifics, and they try to break the strategy, and if they can't, and then the CPA brings in the attorney, says, I think this is okay, you take a look at it. And then those two bring in the wealth advisor for their client, and we all sit down and they try to break it. And then if we can't, then they take it to their client and say, well, we've been trying to solve this problem for you, and we haven't, but we got this guy Brian, we're going to bring him and his team in, and they're going to solve this problem that we've been trying to get you to do for years, and we haven't come up with a solution that you like. We think you're going to like this one. So one example is CPA I met in Tampa, Florida, called me up and said, I'm flying to Texas tomorrow to talk to a client. I want you on the Zoom call when I'm meeting with him.
Yeah, I mean,
so distance doesn't really matter anymore.
yeah. I mean, I have worked with everyone, and they're all from different locations, and I was able to connect them to my connections here. And there's a lot of open opportunities. Like last speaker we had was the founder of the Global Society. So I had her as a speaker, and she's connected to thousands of people. So so she met Brian, and all of a sudden Brian now is a member, is joining the group, and now he's going to be one of the ambassadors, which is not normal in that organization, but because they met, now they the door opened for him because of the connection here in Fire Up Connect. So there's so many ways to look at it. I've been a member of so many networking groups. I've been a president also for several years. These are known business networking group, but there's always something missing for me, because what they do is they push the referrals, and I don't get those referrals as a lifetime referral. It's like a one-time deal and that's it. It doesn't work for me that way. And I have a lot of connections that have been giving me referrals up to now. I mean, I came from real estate and now I'm doing marketing and I'm doing commercial, but I still get referrals from the residential work that I did because of my connections and the relationship that I built for many years. So it's the same thing, same concept here, is really building to get to know you, get to understand how you are and what's your strength and what's your what you offer to people, and you're educating us. And then once you educate us, it's so easy to expand your business by sharing ideas, working together, finding the right resources, or matching you to different clients. It's just so many ways to do it here. So that's how we work it. We love, I mean, we always have a small group here, but every time we have a meeting, I get something out of it all the time. And I have a couple of members actually that were supposed to be here, but they were stuck in a meeting and they couldn't get out of it. So that's why. Anyway, so that's what it is. Is there any other questions, Min? Are you good?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
So
All
I'll add one more thing, maybe two more things. I'll stop at three.
Yes.
Uh, so you probably heard the term "every cloud has a silver lining." One of my favorites is that every sword has two edges, and we went through 2 years of COVID, which was a terrible experience for a lot of people. However, the other edge of that sword is it made people a whole lot more accepting of working remotely. Um, I have clients that I've never met face to face because of Zoom and DocuSign. They're not my clients, and we've met via Zoom, and what might normally take one or two conversations to go from prospect to client takes 3 or 4 conversations now. Building up trust is a little bit more difficult long distance, but it's become an advantage now for people who wanted to take advantage of it, that it's the norm to do business with people around the country and around. I have clients now that are remote. One's in Finland and one's in Greece. They're there for projects at work. We sometimes talk at odd times of the day because of the time zone difference, but we haven't lost a beat. We still communicate. I take care of business for them. It ended up being very advantageous.
Awesome. All right. Well, talking about having international connections, I do have the organization called International Wealth Builders Association that I'm launching in San Diego, Min. We're going to be doing it here at the Hondury Hotel starting January. So if you're interested in being connected to that kind of organization, we have that. And I have connections from London, Germany, and New York, which is really awesome. So, and of course, all the members of Fire Connect are going to be able to connect there because we're going to make it like a hybrid meeting to where they can also be able to present and, connect with the people that we have in the meeting. All right.
You have to stop scheduling those meetings when I already have commitments.
Yeah, I know. October 26th is the next one, Brian.
Let me look at my portable brain right now, see what I
Yeah.
have going on that day.
October 26th is an online meeting. Also, it's a hybrid, but this one is an in-person meeting in the city of Temecula, and there's going to be some panelists there and speakers that you would be able to meet. Okay.
What time is it?
That's at 5:30 p.m. and it's free to attend. You just have to go to the International Wealth Builders Association.com, look for the
And how long does it last?
That's 5:30 until 8:30. But you can, it's up to you. You can be there and watch, or you can ask questions. It's up to you.
So I'd have to jump off at 7.
Yes, it's like, again, it's up to you.
Because obviously you schedule it when I have something else going on. So.
Okay. That's always the case.
But
All right.
I can be there for an hour and a half. So.
Okay. Sounds good, Brian. All right, Min, thank you so much for your time. And Brian, Gavi, make sure you save the chat and follow up, have more conversation, collaborate. And then if you decide you wanted to be a part of our group, let me know. You can look at fireupconnect.com and I can give you more information. We have a lot of members here. They just go in different times. So anyway, all right, sounds good?
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Nice meeting you.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
So Gab.